Hey everybody, this is Matt. I just wanted to take a quick moment and go over some common listening problems that I've been noticing. So I think if we can kind of focus on these sort of things and make it a point of emphasis, this will take care of a lot of the reasons that you're getting videos like pushed back at you and getting issues reported. So these are the things that you should just kind of be doing a check on every time you do a listening lesson. The first thing are just really simple problems that can be solved if you're watching the video. It's important that you do a RAM preview of at least this area, the area where the subtitles begin, every time that you make a video. So this is how you would do that if you're not sure. Just find a good endpoint, hit B, then find a good endpoint. I'd suggest as soon as it leaves, hit N, and then what you can do is, it's even okay if you do like a skip 2 frames. Make sure that you're at about half resolution so it doesn't take forever, and then just hit this button. What this does is it'll load everything in RAM. It takes a little bit. You can see down here the loading process. But then once it does, you'll be able to catch really simple problems. For example, in this case, we were able to see that like one of the graphics just vanished. And if you are watching that, then it's really easy to catch. And you can see, oh, okay, that's because of this. This needs to extend all the way to the end. Number 2 is problems with the subtitles not matching what the translator has put in. And I'm talking here about the English subtitles. A lot of people don't think that that changes. It's just whatever is in this column. Well, it is, but if there's something in this column, you really need to put that in here. So let's look at this. A husband and a wife are looking at some floor plans. Became a married couple is looking at some floor plans. Doesn't make, actually it says plants, that's interesting. It doesn't make a lot of difference to you, but it does make difference for the Italian listeners because I'm assuming here that the word they use actually means a married couple instead of a husband and a wife. So if this column is filled out, please put that in the English subtitle. So let's find that. Husband and wife are looking for some floor plans. Yep, so the first column was used in this case. All we need to do is go to the English and just replace that. Okay, this is a nice lead into the second thing, which is simple English problems. So as you're making these, really just run your eyes through this, make sure that everything makes sense. There are some cases where some bad English is going to slip through, and if you don't catch it, then we're just going to have to catch it, or else our users are going to catch it. Either way, the faster you picked it up, the better. And so if you look at this and like a married couple is looking at some floor plants, well, that should be floor plans, shouldn't it? So just kind of be thinking about these English sentences as you're putting them in. That also goes with punctuation and spelling. So like around here, there's one area I found. Okay, so how about this one? It's got a nice large living room. If you know English, you know that there should be a comma there. So just add that in. The next thing is subtitles having flash frames. And what I mean by that is the subtitles should be present all the way throughout, unless there's like a really, really long pause, like 5-second pause. There should always be subtitles. And so if you have moments like here, where there's a frame in between them without any sort of subtitle, it actually is jarring because suddenly there's a large change instead of, we move this up one, very small change. So those are the main problems I've been noticing. So just kind of keep that as a point of emphasis for the next batch of listening lessons you do, and hopefully you won't have to spend as much time correcting errors. Okay, thank you, that's all.